it's a very specific thing with Ryan, trying to find that sweet spot of masculinity, because that was really important for Adrian, because he's someone who's trying to, hide from the world, and he's terrified of himself, so he builds this fortress around himself to protect himself from the way that he is perceived by his community. And that is really tough, having to kind of portray the feeling of not being yourself, right? That can be tough to carry, but I think the beauty that I found in it was when I was with Joe, when Ryan is with Name, that he gets to open the doors to that fortress and let someone in, which is a beautiful thing.
I was just telling them, I knew this was a horror movie, but you two really warmed my heart in the beginning and then broke it. So thanks a lot. No, it's really it's deceptively sweet and feels like it's a love story, and then it spirals into a nightmare. And for Adrian, I just want to ask you, what was the inspiration for the story, and what made you choose horror as the lens for the story?
Yeah, horror is, it was really special to me growing up. I used to watch a lot of horror movies, and then I think I realized when I grew up and learned more about myself, I was like, oh, this is the genre that all the queer kids watched when they were teenagers. It's a sign, right, of many things.
Actually, it's so true.
Yeah. And I think, there's so many reasons for that we could go into. There's themes of being othered and being an outsider, and other kids are watching these really really affirming coming of age stories, and we get the horror. We turned kids being chased by monsters. There's a lot of that. So there was that. It was also, I knew I was making a movie about homophobia, which is something that seemed to be coming back into a lot of political speech and just day-to-day life. And I thought, well, that's a type of fear, and horror is the genre of fear. So it just made sense to start exploring that.
Yeah, so the monster appears as the person that you are most attracted to, and I just wonder, was it always that way, or how did that concept evolve as you were writing this?
I had heard about exorcisms performed on queer teenagers in cultures all around the world. And then I was like, wow, it'd be really cool to do a queer version of The Exorcist, but it didn't really work because all it did was just perpetuate the myth of there's a gay demon, and I didn't really want to make a movie about a gay demon. Okay. And so then I thought about, well, what are they really doing when they perform these kinds of practices on kids? They're kind of scaring them away from their own desires, and then that's where this thing came from. Okay, what does that look like if it's manifested? So yeah,
that's awesome. But I would watch a movie about a gay demon. It's probably out there somewhere.
If you can make it work, I'll turn up and watch it too.
Okay, you two.
What's up?
Look, your chemistry was off the charts. You were so natural and grounded, and I just bravo. Seriously.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I believed it. What a nuanced performance. Right in the beginning, you know exactly what's going on with these two guys. It's probably the first time you've done, well, maybe not actually, but probably the first time you've done this sort of thing. And I bought it. I was so heartbroken when it all went to shit. So I really want to hear about, for Joe and Stacy, can you talk about building the chemistry between your characters and how you made that relationship feel authentic?
Yeah, so I guess we just did a lot of activities together. I remember when I found out Stacy got cast, I sent him a message on Instagram, and I was like, yo, we're doing this together. And I was trying to suss his vibe as well to make sure he was chill and cool, which he was. Fair. So it was great. But we just we hopped on Fortnite and we played, some Fortnite games. We won.
Acting,
100% win rate.
100% win rate, must say. But and then we just kept in touch. I was filming in Alice Springs before this job, and it was quite lonely. And Stacy was there to FaceTime, so that was really nice. And we just built a relationship, and I just think naturally when you like go onto set and you've already built that connection, you don't need to worry about trying to force anything because it's already there.
Yeah, and I mean, the chemistry was, it's so important to this film. Like, nothing really works about it if we don't have that. But yeah, Joe made it so easy to get to know him, right? He's like heart on his sleeve type of person. What you see is what you get. And he's so generous with his time, and yeah, he's just a great friend to have, which made it so easy to do this film. It was never awkward or
likewise as well. It was the exact same. So
yeah, it just he made it so easy, and that's why I hope it translated.
It did. It did. Okay, so I want to know. Let's dive into the film. Like, what scene what scene were you most excited to have the audiences see for the first time?
Well, all the stuff with Stacy, I guess. I mean, it was like
that's the whole film.
Well, I mean, maybe like I think maybe I was really excited for people to see the kind of like the love scenes, because like I think they're very, in this film, obviously it's quite depressing in parts, and I think that that love story kind of attributes to the kind of ending of the film with the message of that these boys have chosen hope over fear. So I think I was really excited for people to see those. And
I think for me, I had a lot of fun shooting the big horror moments kind of in the film. So I think the possession was one of my favorite scenes. I was so nervous about how it was going to turn out because I was so out of it by the end of the day. It feels like a blur. I kind of forgotten what happened. So I was excited and nervous to see how that scene specifically came out. And then again, the bathroom scene, that whole sequence as well was super exciting. But yeah, I think those big horror moments were what I was
I remember your hand coming through that screen, and I thought it was gross. I mean, that's amazing.
It was insane. It wasn't actually my hand, actually. But
okay,
yeah,
that's good. What was there a scene that was especially challenging to film, either emotionally or just technically? Was there a day where it was just like, oh?
Yeah, both was the car park scene where Izzy takes them to the car park, because it was just, we were shooting till 4 or 5 in the morning, and there were cars and there were stunts, and then emotionally it was really tough on me, because it was kind of one of the only times in the film where we see like real world homophobia emerge. Until then, I kind of was, able to hide behind this metaphor that we'd come up with, that there was nowhere to hide. It was like, as a director, I'm like, oh, I've got to actually connect with this and put this on screen in a really raw way. And so that was something that took a little while to kind of get my head around, and was quite tough to get through. Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
And it was a cold night too. I remember you guys were like,
it was fucking freezing, mate.
Yeah. Night shoots just make everything more intense. And okay, I think I'm checking on time. I think we're still good, because I really want to I'm going to ask you, Joe, like, what was your experience carrying all of that guilt, fear, and longing for the whole film? Like,
yeah, no, it was really fun, because I think all these the desire and the fear, I guess, the two biggest prevalent emotions I feel like in this film for my character, and they're two kind of opposing emotions. So it's like really interesting to kind of mix them together. But we worked with our intimacy coordinator, Amy Cater, who was very helpful with kind of detailing that, okay, like desire level 5 and desire level 4 will probably happen in this scene, because, at the start of the film when we first, kind of interact, obviously it's not going to be as intimate or as emotional as it is later in the film. So, yeah, it was just kind of like they all kind of go hand in hand, and I feel like we had so much preparation time, which was really great. And that allowed us to, when we, were on the set, it was kind of already there, and we were just able to, be relaxed and comfortable to be able to, just be as authentic as possible.
Yeah. So, and Stacy, like your character has that outward confidence, but really there's a lot of uncertainty going on underneath. I mean, because you're both. It's a dance, right?
Absolutely.
And, honestly, it's so great that you guys got to connect before you even started shooting the film. That's amazing. But I will just ask you, like, how did it feel doing that for the film?
Yeah, it's a very specific thing with Ryan, trying to find that sweet spot of masculinity, because that was really important for Adrian, because he's someone who's trying to hide from the world, and he's terrified of himself, so he builds this fortress around himself to protect himself from the way that he is perceived by his community. And that is really tough, having to kind of portray the feeling of not being yourself, right? That can be tough to carry, but I think the beauty that I found in it was when I was with Joe, when Ryan is with Name, that he gets to open the doors to that fortress and let someone in, which is a beautiful thing.
That's awesome. Okay, so Australian horror is making a splash right now. So I want to know from anyone, what do you think makes Australian filmmakers particularly well positioned to tell these kinds of stories? And if that's too complicated of a question, I really want to know, what about being Australian is your superpower? Because there's something. There's something in the air.
We all got bitten by radioactive spiders.
You're the director.
I don't know. There's something. Look, to start with, there's this amazing landscape we have to work with, which is just naturally terrifying. People look and they're like, "That's just, where's the spiders? Where's the
There's
snakes?
a lot
Where's
of bugs, right? That's true?
Yeah. There's something about that, but I think we have this tradition of taking that landscape and then kind of like internalizing it. So you sort of see it, but you're also understanding that it maybe is like a reflection of what's going on inside the characters, and that's like this whole tradition that I wanted this film to be part of. I don't think anyone had taken that and explored sort of queer desire with that and homophobia with that. So that was something I didn't lean away from.
I noticed, like, it's so beautiful. I mean, the film, like the locations that you got to film, and
I'm a bit obsessive with locations, even in my shorts, and it's always like the thing that ends up taking forever is just like looking around and trying to find the right place to shoot everything. And our DP, Tyson Perkins, is also even more fastidious about that stuff. So yeah, between us and our production designer, it was just a lot of months and months just scouting and looking for the right places so that it all felt real.
That's awesome. I think the last thing I want to ask about is the whole casting process and coming together. Is there anything that you have to share about that, the magic of you guys all coming together? It sounds like you told me that you got to do, you did a lot of prep, which...
Yeah, in like pre-production, we did a lot of prep, but in terms of your casting process, do you want to talk about it?
Yeah.
I know what you're going to talk
how
about.
I found you.
Yeah, how'd you find them? I think it's so interesting.
I mean,
how'd you find these guys?
Joe was super young when he did talk to me, so I was like, oh, he's too young. I just sort of didn't think of casting him in this film, but then as soon as his tape came in fact, even when your tape came through, the little headshot in the link to your tape
was like a 14-year-old
Yeah, I was like, no, too young,
yeah.
but I guess I'll just take a look and see anyway. And then he was amazing from the very first frame of his self-tape. I could see that there was something very raw and very honest about the way that you just conveyed this. I could also tell somehow you just knew this character just based off what you were just given sides for that. You weren't even given the script at that point. And Stacy, I'd known Stacy's work as well because he'd done quite a bit of TV, and also through his auditions I knew that he'd be able to pull off the dual role, which was something that was really important with that character and made that quite challenging. But it was really, we did these casting workshops where different actors came in and did different scenes with me, and we had lots of conversations about the characters. And just as soon as these two were doing, I think they did that opening scene with the snake, and it was just, the connection was just very
and then
clear.
during the callback, because
A literal connection, wasn't it, Joe?
yeah, I hit him in the face with the stick.
Right.
During the callback. Yeah, it was a mistake.
Friends for
but
life.
Friends for life. Yeah.
That is how you find your acting partner.
Yeah. But like also Michael Johnston, everybody, like what the hell? Like,
Come on, let's hear it.
Thank you. Well, look, you guys, it's not about me. No, seriously, like, I love this film, and I can't wait to see what you guys do next. I mean, congratulations. I hope you're living it up. And also, I heard, do you have an announcement? Something? Yeah, what happened today?
I can't be the one to do it. That's like
Stacy has been cast in a film called The Last Druid, starring Russell Crowe, and he's filming it in Spain right now, and it's really amazing. Whoa!
Thanks, guys.
No, but congrats, guys. Like, I cannot wait to see what you do next. I hope you're working on your American accents, because Australia is big, but it's not that big. Is that gonna come back to bite me in the ass somehow? All right, yeah, I guess that's it.
Appreciate it, man.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, guys.